Liban, les funérailles peuvent être mouvementées. Le parti de la droite chrétienne des forces libanaises a appelé à défiler en l'honneur de Joe Saad, un jeune pompier chrétien mort pendant l'explosion du port de Beyrouth. Pour le parti, c'est une occasion de montrer sa force. Les armes sont aussi importantes que les pleurs. La mort d'un pompier comme outil politique, c'est l'une des facettes du système sectaire qui régit le Liban. Le pouvoir de l'État y est partagé entre les différentes sectes religieuses, armées jusqu'aux dents. Le poste de président revient toujours à un chrétien, celui du Premier ministre à un musulman sunnite et celui du président du Parlement à un chiite. C'est un système qui a survécu à la guerre civile, un système aujourd'hui gangréné par la corruption, un système à bout de souffle, un système qui s'effondre littéralement. Dix jours après l'explosion, il ne reste plus grand-chose du port de Beyrouth. La détonation de plusieurs tonnes de nitrate d'ammonium a dévasté la ville, tué 180 personnes et fait 2 milliers de blessés. Ce stock d'explosifs était gardé au port sans aucune mesure de sécurité, selon les autorités elles-mêmes. Dans les quartiers plus proches de l'explosion, on mesure l'incapacité du gouvernement à faire face à la catastrophe.
No windows, no doors, no furnitures. The cars damaged. You can see everywhere. Nobody help us. There is no forecast dream here. They killed our dream. They killed us.
مطمر زباله هون والانفجار اللي طلع بعد من هون 600 متر. نحن على بعد 600 متر. لو اجى هيك الانفجار دمر المنطقه كليا. بس في معمل زباله وفي مركز الفرز هون ريحته نلبع شوي بشم الريح، يعني الاولاد عم تمرض عم تسخن.
نحن من الكارنتينا. هيدي دولة لازم تتحاسب، لازم يعلقوا المشانة هلا قبل بكره، لازم يعلقوا المشانة اليوم قبل بكره. هيدي دولة، هيدي حرامية هول. شو كل واحد بده بكره مثل الكلاب بس بدهم حدا ينتخبهم بيجوا لعنا. بس هيك بدها يقول.
جاي بس كمل هيك.
أمي.
خلص قولي له خلص.
Regardez comme c'est catastrophique. Tout est cassé.
Et vous étiez ici pendant
Oui. Non, ça c'est l'appartement de mes voisins. Je ne sais pas si elle est encore à l'hôpital. C'est une vieille dame qui habite ici. Elle était ici, endormie ici, je crois. Les sapeurs-pompiers, la Croix-Rouge sont venus tout simplement aider les blessés et ils ont laissé les cadavres. Ils n'ont pas pu enlever les gens morts. Ici, par exemple, en face de moi, il y a eu 3 morts. Quand cet immeuble s'est effondré, ils étaient au trottoir. 3 morts. Ils ont laissé les morts. Ils ont pris en priorité, regardez jusqu'à l'étape, ils ont laissé les morts sur le trottoir, ici au trottoir, jusqu'au lendemain. Ils ont tout simplement aidé les gens blessés. Vous voyez, c'est catastrophique. C'est catastrophique. Pauvre Liban. Pauvre Liban. On va quitter. Ah non, je quitte en France. Khalas, fini. Tout le temps, c'est le peuple qui subit les conséquences. Moi, j'ai un appart à Paris. Khalas, je quitte pour de bon.
Et du coup, les gouvernements, ils n'ont pas donné de l'argent
Ne dites pas le gouvernement, dites les voyous, les voleurs, excusez-moi pour le mot, les connards, les abrutis finis, et les chiens galeux. Ça, c'est notre gouvernement. Des abrutis finis, et des voleurs, et des chiens galeux.
Kouloun
Killun yani killun. De la grande tête l'abruti fini et au dernier, des voleurs.
Kiloun yani Kiloun. Tout le monde, ça veut dire tout le monde. C'est le slogan utilisé par ceux qui rejettent le système sectaire au pouvoir. Parmi eux, il y a beaucoup de jeunes. Depuis le désastre, leur contestation s'exprime dans la reconstruction.
We're doing home meals deliveries for elderly and people who cannot come and injured. So we're sending them lunch boxes or lunch bags to their houses.
Right now, I'm filtering the database that we already have and figuring out who needs diapers and milk.
Diapers. Okay.
Everything is super expensive. I mean, it's been that way for a while, but now it's even worse. People's businesses are gone, people's houses are gone, people don't work anymore, even more so than before. It keeps getting harder and harder for people.
You don't have time and you don't want to spend your energy on something like this.
I came in the 2 mornings after the blast. I got my vegetables and there was nothing here. I put my vegetables here. The friends and people from the street, they don't know how to distribute. So they're like, guys, do you want to distribute it for us? We're like, sure. Then John was walking in the street, giving nylon in the street to people, just walking from house to house. We're like, come, let's make this a hub. Let's make this a platform for people like us. We put our forces and 4 days later, it was completely operational. 4 days later, from 4 people, we became around 100 volunteers. Self-organizing is usually people you're not recruiting through any platform. It's people who come to you and they push themselves into their department. So they're like, okay, no, move. I know to do this better than you. So get out of my face, let me figure this out. And we're like, oh, okay, perfect. You do it better than me, take care of this. And there's nothing in return.
On a appelé Nation Station parce qu'on pense vraiment que nous sommes une alternative au gouvernement. Le gouvernement pour nous n'existe même pas. Et nous, on a pris la relève à tous les niveaux. On a pris la relève, on est en train de faire du need assessment pour comprendre vraiment les besoins de la région. Et on fait ça maison par maison, fenêtre par fenêtre, porte par porte, magasin par magasin, pour comprendre vraiment de quoi la région elle a besoin. On est en train de créer un hub, c'est un réseau pour aider en fait, c'est une plateforme pour aider les résidents de la région dans la reconstruction.
There is no Lebanese state, and we all know that. It's just inexistent. They don't do anything. The only thing they do is just it's just shows. Like, they come, they show themselves to us, you know, like they come here in their uniforms, they taunt you with their cameras, they film everything, like, yeah, we have an eye on you, but they don't do shit. They're useless. Like, it's a waste of space, really.
I think we're living under an occupying force, basically. We are being governed by a regime that does not take responsibility for major disasters. We're talking the economic complete collapse. We're talking the mass firing of people, starvation, the blast, the failure of dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. We are talking about catastrophic mass murder. You know, one of the basic things about ammonium nitrate is you don't store it near humidity or explosives, and we literally stored it next to the sea in a hangar that has fireworks in it. Yeah, I don't trust the regime in anything. I don't want to go to the airport because I'm worried it might blow up. I don't want to walk on the street because I don't know what they're hiding under the street. And that is not a democratically elected government. That is an occupying force. If few days after the blast, we went to the street to protest. I was covering the protest for Megaphone. There were videos of armed militias standing next to the army, shooting live bullets at protesters. These are protesters who are still burying their dead, who are homeless, and the regime is shooting at them. I think it's important to start thinking of ways to reimagine the system that we live in, to break free from this, sectarian, power-sharing, power-thirsty system that has crippled all forms of life in Lebanon. Until that happens, we're going to sit here waiting for the next explosion, and it's going to happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Depuis des semaines, le parvis de l'ambassade du Kenya fait office d'aire de jeu. Une dizaine de travailleuses immigrées attendent avec désespoir un billet pour rentrer dans leur pays. Frappées de plein fouet par la crise et l'explosion, elles n'ont plus les moyens de survivre au Liban.
We are not working. As you know, there is crisis. Secondly, Corona came, and the explosion that happened the other day, many people, they lose their jobs. They cannot afford to pay house rent. They cannot afford to take care of themselves. So we are doing nothing.
I came to work in a house through agency. Then I have problem. The madam was mistreating me. I cannot call. I don't have phone. I cannot even, she was Muslim. I cannot read the Bible. I cannot touch the babies with my hand. I have to put gloves. So I was not happy. We start fighting, me and her, because I cannot stay like that. They threaten me if I tell the agencies what is happening, because they buy me. They told me they buy me $4,000, and I will stay here more than 10 years.
There was problem, harassment, abuse where I was working. So I have to come out. I don't have papers. So I've been working part-time job. Before crisis started, at least I was affording to pay house rent. And as I've said, I have kids home and family back home. And I'm the breadwinner of the family. I have no choice.
I need to take my kids out of Lebanon. These Lebanese, they are lazy. They don't see us like a human. They mistreat us. Sometimes you work in Madam house, they will call you donkey. You are a donkey, you are a monkey, like this. Yes, this is Lebanon.
Since September, since the dollar crisis started, migrant workers were no longer able to be paid in dollars. They were paid in Lebanese liras. Receiving, for example, a certain amount in Lebanese and then having to exchange it in the black market to dollars, this means that actually migrant workers were losing up to 60% of the value of their salaries. With the crisis and the economic crisis, many people were being fired from their jobs, many migrant workers with zero protection. They already had no protection because they're not considered as workers and they're not protected by the labor law. Crisis after crisis, there is no hope for migrant workers here. It's actually people again are starving to death and they have only the streets, as you saw in the case of the Kenyan consulate. So there have been we're talking about thousands of, that we know of at least thousands of domestic workers and migrant workers who want to go back home.
They want to make problem with our car. We cannot allow that. Captain General, yes. He tell us before yesterday. He will come today, enter the office and start stamping our exit paper. He came today with another story. He tell us tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
If tomorrow he doesn't come, this is, you see this? We will light up. This is our guarantee that we are moving to go back our country. This is our guarantee.
Don't
don't be afraid of anything. For the Lord God of heaven and earth is taking care of us.
Yes.
And he is the one that is protecting us.
Amen.
Tunafunika kila mmoja kwa damu ya Yesu mwana wa Mungu. Kama kuna madhabahu ya shetani ambayo inakuja katikati Bwana, tunakataa katika jina la Yesu Bwana. Kama kuna yote ambaye anataka confusion katikati yetu Mungu wa ajabu, tunakataa na kuvunja na kuharibu. Baba, tunaomba nguvu zako. Wacha malaika wakatulinde. Tumrudishie Mwenyezi Mungu shukrani, tumwambie kwamba ametenda makuu. Ni wengi ambao tulilala na wao wajeza kufika asubuhi, wengine wako hospitalini, wengine walipata ajali, wengine wako hopeless kwa vitanda. Wacha tuambie Mungu shukrani kwa kuweza kufikisha wakati ya leo, siku ya asubuhi ya leo. Amen. Ni praises sasa. It's time for praises. Praises ni nyimbo za kuabudu, za kusifu, kuabudu, za kusifu.
Aucune prière ne suffira à résoudre la crise libanaise. Ce n'est pas une simple question de couleur politique ou de secte religieuse. La crise, puis l'explosion, ont montré au grand jour la faiblesse d'un système qui ne convainc plus personne. De crise en crise, c'est le système sectaire tout entier qui semble sur le point de s'effondrer.
وين اختيار النحس ضلوا نايم بقى اول ما صار الانفجار؟ نحن عم نموت وهو نايم ببعض مريح راسه.
عشان بروح بيقتلوه.